Hello everyone, FireCrests Gaming here and welcome back to another video. We're back with the F1 2017 Grey Mode and we're back with some bad news. We've got to change the gearbox after what happened at the Spanish Grand Prix because we cannot afford a second moment like that happening again. I do not want the gearbox to ever do that again.
Looks like you've got a bit of rivalry going on out there. This is good. Gets people talking about you. Just make sure you outperform them, okay?
So we have our new rival for now, and not sure it's going to be Sergio Perez. That could be an interesting one. I think the Force India and the Renault can trade blows all day in terms of their performance, but we're going to get on to qualifying for Monaco. So whatever really happens, we've got a 5-place grid penalty, and it's not going to be brilliant. We are, what's that, in front of Magnussen, behind Ricciardo, I think that was. So we'll see where we end up and see what happens later on. And great work by the cameraman there, just great work. I can really see everything that's happening. We're 12th. Oh boy, we did finish ahead of Hulkenberg in the actual standings, so that's, well, in the sessions, so that's good. But we're away from the Monaco Grand Prix now, starting from P17 behind Fernando Alonso and Stoffel Van Dorn. Down the inside in turn 1, really going for it, completely off the line there, going past Carlos Sainz already for P9, still a bit running side by side, he's still there, just the back left of the car and not quite. He's not going to be able to squeeze it through there, and we're now heading down to Mirabeau, down the inside of one of the Force Indias, I believe it is Perez, and yep, that'll be perfect considering he's our rival. And now it is Lance Stroll, and let me tell you, this hairpin is a minefield when you're side by side with an AI car. You cannot overtake through there. It's near impossible. Still though, at the end of lap 1, chasing down Stroll for P7, through the swimming pool section, very nice through there. And we're going down the inside of Stroll, into the Rascas section, little bit of contact, but it's not that bad, up to P7. And also, I will take this moment to say I changed my helmet because I think this one looks a little bit better than the other one. I like this one. So I think we'll be sticking with this for the rest of the season. As we go through the, I think it's the Casino Square section, we had Raikkonen sideways coming down to Mirabeau. Unfortunate for Raikkonen, but very fortunate for us as we now get past Vettel as well as getting past Raikkonen. So that puts us up to P5 already after starting P17 in Monaco. But in fairness, of all the places to take grid place penalties, you wouldn't think Monaco would be the best one, but we actually have to seemingly have some fantastic pace around here, so it's actually paid off. A bit of a corner, well, a big corner cut then, but never mind. Down the inside of Felipe Massa into Rascas, and another one to add to the collection there, as we're up to P4 now, so there's only, you know, the 3 cars separating us from first place. No one's making their pit stops yet, but it is now lap 14 of 39, so the longest race in terms of number of laps on the calendar. But we've got a car out of this race, not sure who it is. It is... Are you going to tell us who anytime soon? It's going to be Esteban Ocon. He's out of the Grand Prix on lap 14 as the safety car has been deployed. That is fantastic for us, so that means that we can pit on this lap, I think, and come out in a place, in a position where we can take these tyres to the end of the race, and we should be able to have a massive gap, just like we did in Russia. So we're away now in P5, which is a fantastic place to restart, and a bit of a poor restart behind Sebastian Vettel, making sure no one overtakes us behind. I think we're clear, as we now have, still looking at the back end of Vettel. I believe he has one of the Toros's as a lapped car. Yes, it is. It is Kvyat, I think, is a lapped car. Well, he's only 11th, I think, and he's already a lapped car. That's quite phenomenal, to say the least. Heading down there to the Mirabeau section, down the inside of Sebastian Vettel for P4 in this race, and it works! Down the inside. Right, so we have a McLaren ahead. And, you know the whole thing of lap cars are the worst in Monaco? Yeah, they are the worst. They are horrible. We're up to P2 now. I think as everyone else starts to make their stops. Still following this McLaren, I think it's Alonso. And he still will not get out of the way. Fernando, you've been doing this for 2 years. Surely you know what blue flags are. Thank you. Up to P... Up now, not up a position. We just got overtaking a lap car. We now have one of the Saubers ahead of us. I believe it is Pascal Verheilen. Not quite sure. But Valtteri Bottas isn't too far up the road. You just see him there going around Portier. And still, Verheilen does actually make a good job of moving out of the way here. So thank you very much to Pascal. And into the Rastcast section. Finally catch up to Bottas, and he goes into the pits for his one and only stop. And now we have the lead with a huge gap. So it's time to just go for the consistency. But on lap 38 of 39, literally nothing else happened for most of this Grand Prix. We have to go very slowly as there's so many lapped cars, and Lewis Hamilton is right behind us at the end of this race. We have 1 and a bit laps to go, and Monaco is ours. But it is going to be tough with Hamilton on our tail, worn tyres, and about, I don't know, infinite lap cars at this point. And still the Toro Rosso, I believe it is of Daniel Kvyat, is really causing us trouble. He will not get out of the way. I know it's not practical to get out of the way here, but he's not even attempting to slow down. As we come into the Rastcast section, he's right in the middle of the track as he tries to let us through. What was that? That was awful. And the worst part is he doesn't really hold up Hamilton that much. So now, Kvyat, after holding us up, it is time to go on to the final lap now. I believe it is one of the Red Bulls and Hulkenberg who are the next lap cars. Verstappen, that was it. As we head up the hill now, coming into the Casino Square section through the long left-hander, and then the quick right. Down to Mirabeau, we seem to have a bit of a gap to Hamilton, but again we're going to come down to the hairpin, and again we're probably going to have to wait for the lapped cars. We're not going to be able to overtake them in the hairpin, and yeah, it's very slow this time, and there's Hamilton right on our tail. It's time for the dramatic music for the first time this season, as this is genuinely close. Hamilton right behind us, Verstappen and Hulkenberg right ahead of us as lap cars. Through the tunnel down to the Nouvelle Chicane, we're still ahead of Hamilton, but only just Verstappen really not being helpful there to us and being extremely helpful to Hamilton. It's not as though there's any conspiracies there, but still going through the swimming pool section for the final time. Surely there's no way Hamilton can pass unless he tries to drag race us to the line. We can afford to take a knock or two at this point, right behind Hulkenberg. There's no need to let me through. You race to the line. I'm going to use your slipstream. DRS open, and I think we're going to do it. We have won the Monaco Grand Prix, and in definite style. Of all the races to win on the Formula 1 calendar, I've got to say, that's pretty sweet. I cannot lie at all. That was incredibly tense and incredible in the end to just take the Monaco Grand Prix victory away from Lewis Hamilton. And no gap in the end, worn tyres, and there was I forgot to mention there was the risk of rain. If the race had gone on, if it was a 100% race, there probably would have been some rain falling at the end, and that would have just been the absolute worst. And you could see the amount of people, for ignoring blue flags, who got 5-second penalties, and rightfully so. But that result did put us to the top of the Drivers' Championship by 4 points over Lewis Hamilton, which is astonishing, but I admit unrealistic at the moment. But I think we've taken a lot of chances. I think they've worked with the strategies, and it's allowed us to win 2 races so far. But yeah, that'll be it for this video. Thank you very much for watching if you did. Leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff. And if that's all said and done, then I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys. Goodbye.